I've never. Let me finish what I'm saying on that particular part right there first, because I mean, life sends you so many traumatic curveballs, fastballs. People get, I mean, murdered. Literally, they got to pick up and they got to keep moving. And so, if anything I've learned from my life, growing up from the hood all the way to where I'm at right now, there ain't no time to heal. It's time to die. If you're gonna starve yourself to death, you're gonna die. You're gonna, oh, I don't want to drink water. I'm gonna, no, I don't want, you're gonna die. So you're gonna have to get up, and you're gonna have to walk around wounded. Everybody lay around wounded. You're gonna have to do something. And so for me, I just looked at, I had no luxury of mourning my first wife. I did. I mourned her while she was dying because I knew she was dying. I had that luxury. Thank God. Honestly, it's the craziest thing. If she's gonna die one way or another, I'd rather know. So that was that biggest pain. So that right there was a bigger pain, than the divorce. But the divorce was the equal pain as well, because you put so much hope and so much attention into the children around and also another woman. You feel like, man, am I good enough? If God keep on taking these people away from me or not? And you just keep on trying. Like, man, I'm still walking around wounded. I'm still gonna keep on going. And I do keep on going. So the luxury of having you still as a friend is more valuable than a wife at the end of the day, because you're going to be faithful as the wounds of a friend, is what the statement says. You still gonna tell me, yo, you need to get it together. Or look, you got it together, you doing good. Either way, I'm gonna hear the story, no matter if I'm wounded walking around or fixed all up. I'm gonna hear the real. So I just look at it like that ultimately. Like that transition from one person to the next simply probably was, that was our two seasons, two ships passing the wind. We clashed a little bit, and that was it. And like, this is who you're supposed to be with in the first place. Either way, there was a void filled, whether I filled the void, God filled the void, you filled the void, she filled the void. It don't even matter. The void was filled. The hole is filled up, and I'm gonna walk right over it. Not saying I'm walking right over our relationship or anything like that. It was 100%, lovely, and it was lovely how it ended, because I look at it like this. If you walk around with unforgiveness in your heart for anybody, it's not going to carry you into the next part of your life. No way. Period. End of story. And so that was my biggest pleasure of our relationship, is that you was able to forgive me. And then vice versa, I was able to forgive you. And I know when I say that to you, like, forgive me for what? I ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? But the truth is that, no, you didn't have kid gloves, and yeah, with some men, you don't need kid gloves. But the point where you even point out, say, hey, you were wounded and you got married, you should have healed, you should have married. So you seen a wounded dog and you was like, kick that nigga, you know what I'm saying? So that's really what happened in a way. But I said, I don't want to be kicked this way. Sometimes ushering somebody away or telling somebody that they weak or telling somebody that they're not strong enough, that's kicking them too. You know what I'm saying? So I just look at it like that. But I don't necessarily feel like he was kicking on. That's what everybody's doing. My whole point is, when you're getting corrected and when you're wounded, everything feels hurtful. The only thing she could have been to me from as far as a woman was nice, sweet, and kind, and just always, Skittles and rainbows and butterflies. That's all she could have been. She could have been anything else, and it could have been hurtful to me. That's just how tender I was as an individual during that time. So she didn't do anything wrong. I mean, really what she did right was just be herself. And that's why we're still friends, because she didn't do anything really wrong.
So look, you said, I don't need to heal. When I look back on my life, not too long ago, I realized in my adult relationships, I have never been alone. Like, not for like a real long period of time. I blame it on me being the bad, and women won't allow me to be alone. Because they just, no matter where I don't care if I go to the Kroger, when I was in New York,
the bodega.
Or the bodega. They won't leave me alone. I blame me being the bad. That's not what it is.
It's probably not, but
I mean, I am a bad, and if anybody says anything different, come see me. But that's not.
You didn't know how to be alone?
No.
Because you can say no.
It's not what it is. It's not what it is. It's. I am a semi-romantic. I like being. I'm okay, and I like being with someone that, especially if they make me, I'm happy when I'm, you know what I'm saying? Because, like she said, you get married 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 times. I mean, when you got to 7, I was like, nah, man, she's getting a little too far. But I went from like relationship, and it might be a little separation, it might be a couple weeks, maybe a month or two, but then I'll find someone that like, oh, I like her, like I like her, and then you know that beginning, that real good beginning where y'all kissing all soft, and it's like.
Oh my goodness.
Y'all not even yeah, you just girl, you just that right there. And that good 1 to 2 months, and then it just up. So then but then you get the one that just it just starts it materials faster than you want it to be. Mostly because of me, because I pour
Question
it
in there, bro.
on. I pour it on, right? Listen, when and because women are vulnerable a lot, and so are we are too. Just we don't show it, but women are vulnerable. So like when it comes to like in the beginning, we know what they want, and they all and I was looking at the video, whatever, as I was sending that video, I was looking at that, I was like, I stuttered a lot.
Mm-hmm.
When I was talking about what women want, and it was the one thing that I hear that they say all the time. Now, this is a new. This is
Security.
New. That's security thing.
Trust,
This is new.
yeah.
It's always been the thing, but
The security thing been around for a while.
I always thought this.
Security's been around for a while. Since I'm younger than him, security's been top of the.
Listen,
Now, security with the private jet or something like that. Now,
these women want security.
They want to know that they're the only one. Is what they want.
So, but what they're doing is
They want to know they're the only one.
they're trying to find security from whoever of these 7 we talking to.
But that's what y'all do too. It's called dating. It's dating.
No, but we don't need security though. Our security is different. Our security is we want somebody. We want a woman that's gonna make us feel like we need to do more, and not be.
Yeah.
See what he just said. Then when we got together, I said, "Now you're somebody I could work for, and work hard for.
Yeah.
Like you're somebody
I
now
want
that
to be better.
I want to like I
That's
want to
like
get up, and get
homework.
after. it.
Exactly.
It's like motivation. Want to get up, get after it. Now,
Yeah, but this is my thing though.
and of course, my wife obviously this the same characteristic. Like she give me that whole motivation to now, okay. But to I guess a long and short answer to your question is like ever hear somebody say I've been rich and I've been poor. Rich is better. You ever hear anybody say that? So I've been alone. Yeah, of course I've been alone. I mean, I've been alone. I remember being alone for a long time. You know what I'm saying, and not having somebody. So when somebody comes up, I take
When was
that. Trust me.
You got married at how? 20?
20, yeah. You remember?
And then you got married again?
You
Within 6 months of that?
your assumption is that I don't remember when I was young. Back in the day when
That
I was
don't
young.
count. Do that.
Were your parents
together?
No.
That's what I say. Y'all
So,
got
no,
similar
no.
You
stories.
married just by your mom, or was your dad just around, or
No, Dad was, he was.
He moved down here.
I became him Disney dad because he just was just a dad over the phone. I'll come up there, I'll beat your ass. No, he say back. My dad didn't cuss. I'm sorry, Lord. That's wrong. I'm not gonna lie on him. I'm very false witness and all that. No, I come out, beat your tail, and he crying on the phone as a kid. He flying. I'll fly 1,500 miles to come beat, like terribly, verbally, mentally abusive type stuff. But the whole point, as far as being alone, you don't necessarily have to have a woman to not feel alone. You know what I mean? Like my mom.
You can be with a woman and feel alone.
Yeah, it's absolutely.
I'll be back.
Yeah, absolutely. And I
Somebody else has to talk. Hey.
No. But no. But no, it's a really a good question. I mean, like I think that alone thing, I mean, obviously we're stretching past the little topics of discussion,
Yeah, friendship.
which is friendship. But no, I mean, I
Well,
think,
friendship fills in that gap.
but I do think for you to understand, to continue to be in friends, to understand who you left or who you're no longer with. Like, what is that person's motivation? And I think that's another reason why you could say, nah, she don't want to be with me, or nah, he don't want to be with me. They're done with me, or we're good. This is why we friends now. So you can really truly explain that to somebody. It's like, if you've given your all truly to somebody and it wasn't good enough, then what use for you to continue on trying to not be friends? But, or two, and I would say this is something that we have not said. Men do have a territory. We do. We feel like we own it. This, that, that, and I think that's what makes us the most disgusting human beings ever. You know, the men's that do this, and I fought real hard tooth and nail not to be this person because I felt it coming up and I felt disgusting in my younger years. Is that ownership, this property feel that you make a woman feel like, nah, she mine, or get over here, girl. Now with that extra, that culture that teaches you to do that. I don't care the culture from as far as the color of one skin. I'm mixed, so on the other side of the skin. I see it on all sides of cultures everywhere. You grab that woman, you tell her where to go, when to go, and how to go. And then when somebody else, who you think you're looking at, that whole attitude, I just found it extremely disgusting. So I don't
I
own
would
you.
say about in both my marriages, I never had that issue. It was, I love you, you're beautiful. I want you to be beautiful. And I don't want to speak for both of y'all, but I never had this feeling of that you was trying to control me.
No.
You were being the husband, and you would encourage me because I was a tomboy, I was sweatpants, whatever. And I felt like most of my marriage, they were like, "Girl, you better put that dress on. You better look good. You better go out here."
I officially changed it from red and purple all the time.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
I officially definitely did that.
I think I probably officially, like, as far as in the marriage, I supported it so much that it really got out of hand. And when it got so far in, I was like, I actually don't mind the color purple. I'm like, you're really, really freaking agreeable right now, Chris. She's painting the walls, and we got all kind of other conversations of purple. She's wearing purple. You got purple. I'm like, man, I got invaded by the purple monster.
I'm gonna say this.
It was easy for me to get it out of there. You know what? Because you started taking faces and everything that you couldn't find and wear.
It was.
You can't wear purple everywhere. I just make sure you go to white parties, black parties.
But no, this is saying it. One thing I did not do, I did not make the bedroom I shared with my husband was never purple. I did not do that. Like when you came in when we got married, it was purple, but it wasn't after that. Sage was the color. We just gonna throw sage on the wall. That way, it's just a neutral color and it's okay. In the bathroom gonna be maroon, dark red, whatever. So
Pool table, that right there. And that was like such a surprise. Like, oh wow. Amazing. Oh, that is so amazing, honey. Oh, yes, this is so great. So, do you play pool? No, let's get into it. Like, could have been a blue pool table. Could have been a black pool table. You know my favorite color, black, by the way,
But I got a purple
pool stick, and it's still brand new because I don't use it. But aside from that, I feel like the conversation of about friendships, back to friendships, it don't even have to be an ex-spouse, ex partner, whatever. What are your final thoughts on it, Chris? We're just gonna go down the line.
I think that my final thoughts is that this right here was as much as I thought I was ready for it, God tossed me right into, like, out of my little brewing, simmering phase right into the fire with you and Chance, and of course with a choice in tow. I had no time to rethink my stance on it. It was like, do you believe in what you're saying or not? Because they're gonna be friends. The best way for them to co-parent is to be friends. So do you back this up or what? I'm like, I do. And I had that luxury. And as soon as I made that I do, literally for real, I do, and made that decision, say, yeah, I support it no matter what. If they're going to be friends, they're going to have to be friends. They better be friends. Otherwise, it's going to be bickering, arguing. And like I said, when I seen we dropped, and I don't have time for all that, because it was just like, if I hear they're doing it, then she's like, I'm thinking, how much time are you going to be arguing with this man? You're going to be arguing with, you're going to tell this woman about it. You're going to tell this woman about it. You're going to tell this woman about it. When I get home, you're going to tell me about it. And you was on the phone. So you spent 6 hours arguing about this or talking about this whole subject. No, they got to have some peace in that relationship. So I would much rather than be friends and co-parent together, because it's going to make my relationship and my time with my wife a lot better. So that right there was the root, and it grew, I think, beautiful fruit, because I got the luxury of seeing, Chance finally, embrace choice. And I was like, I went to tears, and I thought to myself, like, that is a good dad, man. I don't have a problem with him having a relationship. I don't care what it is, what's going on, or what happened. This needs to work. And I think my last thoughts on it is like, it don't matter. It's not about you. For real, seriously, it's about them. It's about their relationship, friends. If they want to remain friends, understand the enemy comes to kill, steal, and destroy. And let's destroy one another, one person at a time. It don't matter. If someone wants to build a relationship as far as based on friends, believe them first, and just doubt the devil and just watch and see what happens. Just watch. And literally, watch.
Yeah,
See,
I'm gonna cut in because I remember you told me this after our divorce. Because you know you met one of my ex in the bike community, and he was like, oh, you know, yeah, I watched y'all. You know, you said y'all good, but you know, I was like, you what?
you got to peep. I mean, you can say, yeah, I'm like, yeah, okay. Well, yeah, no, y'all go ahead. Yeah, yeah. Oh, yeah. And I got to use the restroom. And you walk in, you get a peep, you know, you give time for things to simmer. You know, if you want to back away from me that much, then it's probably best you do it now with one of your old friends, somebody you know, that's bring that love back. But anyway, you know, the whole point is I also believe in love. I'm a hopeless romantic. And if it's not with me, you need to go ahead and find the person you love anyway. You know, so if you're really going to walk away from me anyway for that man, do that. You know, and especially when it comes to co-parenting, I'm always going to back away, you know, in that scenario. If you want to rekindle it with your man, and although we married and everything, that was your husband, the baby daddy, whatever you want to call him, or I don't know about baby daddies, but this was your husband, and you know, and I'm a second husband. Y'all want to get back together, and just say that. Let me get it out the way so y'all can have a whole home for this young man or young daughter or whatever, the whole family. Go back to being the Brady Bunch, whatever. And now let me get up out of here. But you know, that's just me. But I've seen too many destructive relationships, you know, the kids and whatnot. And I'd much rather be friends with my ex and then know that I'm good with God because I tried to at least versus never consider it in the first place.
yeah.
Okay, so me, friends, after divorce or after the relationship, whatever. Before this relationship, heck no, it was a heck no. Like I didn't entertain it, but you know, after being married to Chris for 3 years now, I mean, you know, I'm a believer in it. It just depends on the situation, the two people, and hey, you know, so I'm all for it.
Short and sweet. You know, we can wrap this up in 2 minutes. Can you wrap this up in 2 minutes?
So I'm gonna start off with saying just like the thing with me is a little bit different.
Indian girl, but okay, go ahead.
The different whatever Indian girl is a little different. You know, it's a turmoil. It's an up and down relationship, friend type, whatever. But I don't agree with it. I don't think it's a thing. I don't think under normal circumstances, and even with how I feel like we might be friends and everything, there's not gonna be many women that are gonna allow me to do that. Like I mean, there's not gonna be a lot of women that are gonna allow me to hang out with my ex-wife. Like I have somebody now that I kind of like a lot. I mean, a real lot. And I told her, I was like, yeah, we're going on to do this thing. She didn't say nothing. When I said it, though, she didn't say nothing. But I felt it. I know. There's a very selective few women. And even the ones that are selective, I don't believe them. Because who the wants their man to be hanging out with their ex-wife? Who? Name one. Name one that likes it. Hold on, I said likes it. I said likes it. I didn't say is okay. Will be okay with it. Will trust their man and be all those kind of things that you said. Does she like it though? Nobody said that. Nobody asked those questions. I don't believe she does. I don't believe any woman would. I don't believe that the woman that I like right now that texted me a few minutes ago likes it. Does she trust me? Is she cool? Are we at that point where she can't, maybe not say nothing? Yes. Likes it. If it grows further, would this be okay? I doubt it. It would be some more conversation. It would be more like, hey, I want to go, wants me to go, and my Choice's mom wants me to go and do a podcast. I'm going down there. You want to come? No. And you're not going either. Those are just the women that are with me. I can't speak about the women that are with anybody else. But I'm going to speak for a lot of women right now, and I'm not even a woman. Most of you are not cool with that. At all. At all. You will deal with baby mamas because you have no choice. To an extent. You're not going to deal with baby mamas or baby mamas are different, like you say, than ex-wives. They are different. They are different. Baby mama, you got a son. You got to talk to her, those things like that. Ex-wife, you do have to talk to her, but you don't have to do podcasts with her. And you don't have to do and anything else with her. If you are in a relationship with a person that has kids and you love those kids, love the kids. Be with the kids. They all have cell phones. If they're above 8, they have cell phones. If the mother, father, whatever is cool with, then the kids is cool. You want to send them gifts and all that, that's cool. But to be honest, if you're in a relationship, ex-wives, ex-girlfriends, baby mamas, they're off limits, bro. There's no time. They don't get time. None. Zero.
Well, I would like to say, you want to say something?
Well, I guess after you then, so that we
Okay.
can get.
Oh, go ahead and say it because I ended.
Oh.
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, really quick, just like what he mentioned as far as liking. So, okay, so with the situation, what I will say is, and just like she mentioned earlier, as far as like she's thinking about herself, like she's not gonna say, "Oh, come on, Chris, let's go hang out," like we're dating or that type of thing. I think it is boundary. So it's not to where, oh, let's do what we used to do when when we were together type thing. It's a respect thing that she does have for the
And it's
relationship.
when he comes, she comes.
Yeah, so it's
Every
I'm
time.
there, you know what I mean? So
Wherever he come to, she coming too, and
Yeah,
it's automatic.
Of course, so that makes me comfortable. So I will say that. So it's not just, oh, you guys go hang out or go on a trip together. You know what I mean? Nothing like that. So I will say that.
Now, me and her can hang out, just me and her. He can stay the hell away. If
Can I ask you a question though? Do you want to come?
What? I'm sorry.
Do you want to
like the things? Because look, listen, I will go ahead and give you mad props. But so, do you want to? And I'm not. Trust me, I don't want to cause no grief. And y'all caught me on this. Do you want to do it though? Like so, like when he comes to you, like because I don't even know how I would present that. Me personally, I don't even know. Like, hey, so I'm gonna go hoop on Sunday. Then I'm gonna come pick you up, and then we're gonna go down and we're gonna be on podcast. You cool? Like, I was married. To was different.
I believe in culture.
Different, but also. Let me be honest. Would have did the ever, as long as she was still my wife.
It was a good.
There's not a lot of women that's gonna do that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like,
I'm still technically married, and there's no way.
oh no, she definitely.
Let's be very, and again, I know you're talking about the dynamics of still. I'm sorry, X is an X is an X is an X. Since I watched my parents, biological parents, I watched my biological parents be almost like China and Japan. I don't know who's people fighting right now. Israel and Hamas.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like I don't care the gender or I'm sorry the relationship or relational biological blah. Listen, relationship after marriage. I'm just not with it. I'm not against it. You just put it like this. I'm always going to be for pro. I'm going to be found trying is what I'm going to be. So but no, just watching in that scenario. I mean, what a stellar person. That was like, I mean, I'm talking about, wait. I'm not talking about privately in y'all's relationship. I'm talking about like someone who stepped up to the plate and she came in, stepmom to baby mama, whatever, when stepmom, not baby mama, but ex-wife. That was dope. Yeah. And she came and worked and I'm talking about, no, she was genuine. Genuine. To me.
She was genuine. She
was
genuine-ish. But she was genuine-ish.
You think she was making it work, so you didn't have to do it, so she had to see me all the time. So you.
Yes. I think it was. Listen, it was. She's a smart chick. Smart. All right. She was a smart
Enemies
girl.
closer.
And the bottom line is she was not normal. Like that's not. She's not a normal black woman. Okay. Because we don't listen.
Y'all starting a whole nother conversation now. I'm trying to wrap it up.
It's still, which what one would say, and I would say,
No, this is the whole. This is the conversation.
It is a conversation. You say it's an abnormal thing. So I would agree. I know I am abnormal, but it's only because of the trauma that I've seen in my life that I go like, I'm gonna do something different. I don't care what y'all doing. None of it's working out for nobody.
Did you ever think that maybe something? But sometimes though, avoiding the trauma.
That's not working either.
So avoiding some trauma that you think that was in your not think, but that was in your past. Avoiding like that, like that
could be creating trauma anyway.
Not at all. Not at all.
It
As a matter
depends on how you look at it.
No, I
But
know.
I just want to say this.
I like peace.
Because I want to.
And you know what? I ain't never been with a woman that wants another woman that you was with, and she knows you. Listen, it'd be technically, y'all could have been in a marriage, technically, and you know, whatever. I got a baby, so she knows that he's the problem. Basically, he's gonna always be not now. Then you're old now, but young. He's the problem when he was younger, as he was, you know, because with women, because. And then if they know this, and then if they know the history between me,
They always
then it's
automatically think.
really
Yeah,
fucked
they
up.
automatically think. It would. That's the problem with my relationships. When they hear my history with his dad, it's like every man is like, y'all gonna get back together. Yeah. And it made it created a
I
distance.
mean, I am a hard act to follow.
They made it created a distance between my son and whoever I was dating, which I feel like it was unfair to my son.
I mean,
Yeah,
I am.
okay.
I told all my exes the same.
But look, okay, so I mean, I know we're gonna turn back and give it back to Cherry, but on that one point is that's the point, right? So that's the point where most women go, "What she look like?" She does have one on her face. What she look like? And I know that she at that point. So when we talk about something like, what she look like?
First of
What
all,
she look like?
you know all exes is busted.
I know that's my point. My whole point.
Listen,
That's my
all
point.
exes is busted. I don't give a. If you could have been with Holly Berry and then she Whoopi Goldberg, Whoopi's gonna be like that. That's that.
That's my point. Now look. So let me tell you
Oh my
something.
God, why do y'all do that?
That's
like,
my
why is
point.
every other
Change
but you be hanging out with
Whole habit, break the whole habit. Fucking break it.
But this is what I'm saying though. What did I say about your current life?
That was still the whole point. I
What
mean,
did I say? I was like, oh, this is the best looking one I've seen with you.
so okay. So no, but that's
But you was a troll.
What?
You was a what she call you?
Anyway, I don't want to hear that.
No, that's the point though. The point is that
But you can't say nothing. What you gonna say? Come on, man. What you say, baby? You know, she's not a bad looking chick.
So,
What are you gonna say? Yeah. I'll give you know
you can ask Charity. I would tell you if she said, "Well, no, she look great." I'm like, girl, you know good what that girl fine. Shut up. You know that's how I talk to her. That's like, who are you talking to? You know who I'm talking about. Fuck that. We're not gonna play this game. Here's the deal. The fact of the matter is,
I don't care. That's what
all exes are busted. Bottom line.
Truthfully, she's right. I'm pretty sure she doesn't care. But my point still is that the high majority of women in this world, they go look at, and if that woman fine, then yes, they're gonna have an issue. The most majority of women in the world gonna have an issue with you being friends. But if that chick is ugly, they're gonna be like, you know what? I'm like what Chris was saying on that podcast. I guess so. I'm just saying.
I like that shit.
Right?
So, all right. So what you're saying is, if she bad, then
They're gonna be like, yeah, nah, I don't think so. It's nice try with her, but she could try with Vanessa over there. Vanessa, that one, she's okay. She could be your friend.
With the two
How about you
T's.
try Vanessa and Clara? She could be your friend too.
Clarice.
Right. Yeah. So the whole idea is that it is a woman's comfort level, and if you can make your woman feel comfortable with being truth and trust, then yeah, I think that
she
stretches
was
it out, and makes it
Well,
yeah.
let me just say,
Let me just say this.
Conversation.
Let me just say this. I do have a type, men that talk a lot. So, but what I want to say from my point of view, this one thing about me, I don't mind being friends as long as you never stole from me, and never did something that's just heinous to me. That's not relationship related. Like if it's relationship related, we outside a relationship, I don't have to deal with that from you because that's part of the relationship. We don't have that dynamic. I don't have a problem being friends. What I have noticed is even with my guy friends, once they get married is she not comfortable with us being friends. So I've lost a lot of male friends, platonic friends, great people, because the wife wasn't comfortable. And when my exes call me and say, oh, my wife is not comfortable, and I say, you know what? Be there for your marriage. Be about your marriage. And I walk away. I'm not going to force the friendship if the wife is not comfortable. Now, I will say I have friends that have wives that have accepted me in. And what generally happens is once I come into that relationship, I'm friends with both of them, and I end up being more friends with the wife than the husband. It's like we was never friends to begin with. Like you introduced me to another woman in my life that I can have a relationship with. And that's the positive that comes out of it. It was a rocky start for me and Vet to get back to that friendship. But it happened, it happened and happened organically. It's not, I don't feel this forced. I don't feel this, oh, I don't like her and I'm just going to go along because I don't trust you. Like I never get that feeling from our friendship. As far as his second wife, it was the point where he was talking about, oh, I had a problem with this, that, and the other. Once my kids hit that age of 2, it's about, what, we got to have this village. If he say he rocky in a relationship, I was not comfortable with the woman he was with. If he was telling me it was rocky, so of course I'm gonna be protective of my child and my asset in this relationship. But once his second wife came in, and I'm gonna be honest with you, it was my son that said, hey, look, y'all are doing the same thing, y'all should work together. And I was like, cool, I'll reach out to her. And was a great stepmom to my son, and we communicated directly, and it was like, and she worked for me as well. And even after they split up, we were still friends. We still show up for each other. She still show up for my son. When he got to the third marriage, I tried. Kristen. I tried. First when he said he's married, I'm like, let's meet. Like, nope, you can't meet her. I'm like, I cannot meet her. Like, she about to be in my son's life. I tried to communicate on some things, and it was like, it was some things she did some things, but she wasn't really having it. And it was like, okay, well, you know what? I got a co-parent because my paperwork says he the daddy, I'm the mama. So it's between him and I. And, I don't have to, I tried that friendship and it just didn't work. And I tried because I do believe we got to do what's best for our son. So, even after that, and my son thought it's weird that me and his dad talk. I'm like, me and your dad always been friends. We always get along. He calls me. We want to, vent or whatever. If I want to vent, we've always been those people. It's 26 years that we've known each other. So whether he thinks we friends or not, he my friend. He try to act like he not my friend. He's my friend. But bottom line, like I always say about relationships, it's up to the people involved. It's not about what anybody else thinks. If it works for you, it works for you. If it doesn't, it doesn't.
It always does matter about people being involved.
No, I'm saying, and I'm talking about outside people. If it's you, your wife, and the ex or whatever, that's what I'm talking about. The people involved, who the people that count. Yeah, and like I said, if it's in a situation like I had an ex, he was like, I want to work on my marriage and blah 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 blah. I'm like, oh, good for you. Like, we can't be friends though. That was one of her stipulations. I'm like, all right, well, you guys be blessed. I'm gonna be praying for y'all. Whatever. Woo, be blessed. And I walked away from that friendship, and it was fine. Even when before that first love I was talking about, we stayed friends up until the day he died. Now, did his baby mama like me? No. Did his wife like me? No. None of them like me. And this man was 3,000 miles away in California. I ain't seen him in years, but we had such a friendship, and it's such a great friendship. Even after he passed, it's hard. Every day I wake up like, man, he be telling me not to fuck with that dude today. He was my person that told me, you messing with the wrong dude, you get your act together, because we was like family. We had became family. So Chris is my family. Chance is my family. They're always gonna be my family. Like he's talking about when he was 3 or 4, got an accident. I just told him a week ago, hey, look, take care of your health. You can't leave. Our son is grown. It's still like, you ain't finna leave me with him if something happens to you, because I care about it. And what I would say about these two, I have no doubt in my mind. If I needed something and it was important, they would answer and they would show up. I know that because they've done it before. So that's how I know we're friends. Because if I call, you gonna show up, you've showed up before. So bottom line, your relationship is what you make it and what you decide. And if it works for you, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. There's a lot of people that say, once the ex, you stay back there or whatever. So that's up to you, and it's between you and God, like I always say. But I enjoyed you guys on today's show. I really appreciate you coming out, even though y'all took many bathroom breaks. Yeah.
What's happening, Greg?
Okay. But that's all we got for today. And remember, don't forget to sign up for Date My Friend, please. And we'll see you next time on Linguistic Lips.